What's up, guys? Derek here, back for another coaching session. This player is actually the first player I ever did a coaching session with, and they just did Master Tier, so woo, Master Tier. But yeah, this is another game of theirs. So let's get right into it. As always, if you are interested in getting coaching, please check the link down below, join my Discord, and check out the coaching info channel, and that'll give you all the info you need. If everything looks good, then just DM me on Discord and we can figure something out. All right, so Caitlyn with Glove Start. As I said before, I'm not like the biggest fan of Glove Start. Okay, we might actually have a Sniper's Opener. Just because like the items it slams. Ooh, double Caitlyn. I would hold the Sniper's Caitlyn. I would hold the Alawi actually. I think like Snipers plus Blizzard is an amazing front line. You can transition really well into a Right, we did Scout Mutant, which is good. I can't read the language, but it's Omnivamp. Okay, I think Omnivamp plus all those other letters probably means Omnivamp. Yeah, I would hold Alawi here. Oh, it could be could end up actually being a Syndicate reroll game. But yeah, I would hold the Alawi here just to guarantee we have frontline. I think it's more likely we play snipers than these guys from the spot. We could sell like the Singe or even this. It's pretty unlikely that we play Syndicate reroll. I would definitely hold the Alawi though. It's actually pretty important to have some kind of frontline. Ooh, just second wind here, I think. I mean, I guess you could potentially play Assassins from here. I don't really like Assassins that much. So I probably wouldn't take this here. And then Hex Nova. It's alright, but I don't think Hex Techs are that strong. I would just take the generic second win here. It'll give you more frontline. Alright, and we do. Looks good. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, what the hell? Okay, because like I was going to say, we actually have a really strong... we would have had a really strong frontline here if we could get this in and get a Lowy in, then we just have a good Bruisers board. Instead, we sell Kate, buy these guys so we could potentially play Yordles? I don't know. This is a bit rough. I think we would have had a much more consistent game if we had just bought the Alawi, bought this Sejuani, and played 2 Bruiser, 2 Sniper with Second Wind. This could be good if we end up hitting Yordles here, but it's very possible that we don't hit Yordles here and then we're just playing not a real board. But yeah. We do end up hitting Yordles, so that's pretty good. So we're playing a decent board. I don't really have any items that we could slam other than Thief's Glove. If we've slammed Thief's Glove, then it's pretty hard for us to play. Yeah, I think it's totally correct to make 10 here. That looks great. Yeah, if we make Thieves' Gloves, we can't really... It's much harder to play AD. I think it's fine to not slam any items here. But I would not let the Corki get hooked. Like I would put the Ziggs in the corner. But yeah, we're going to lose like every fight. Every unit that we kill is like huge. Just making 10 here is awesome with Yordles in. And then hopefully we can just play like Hextech early game. Our items are just a bit rough for it though. Another Poppy is great. Alright, we'll just chill for another round. Probably hold, I would hold the Jarvan, definitely. So these Scholars are good. But, I mean, Jarvan makes the most sense with our board. And I've realized that, like, this weird stuff actually occurs when I, like, skip board, but I want to save time, so I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, I would sell the Zyra by the Jarvan. What? Wait, we sold Poppy? Huh? We really want to pivot into something... We need that Poppy, too. So that we can actually have a front line. Yeah, don't sell Poppy there. I would hold the Jarvan. Look at this APM. Look at this gamer. We legit have Poppy 2 here. It's insane. And then we could just get Echo in for Scrap? I mean, I guess that's fine. I wouldn't have felt bad. Like, if we had Poppy 2, I'd feel totally fine that it has the Chain Vest on it. This is also 20 gold on our bench, right? Yeah. So I would just make 20 here. I don't really care about any of these units that much. I'm interested in what board you're trying to play from here. Because it looks like you're thinking about something if you sold that Poppy for Econ instead of these Scholars. Like, you really want to play some kind of Scholars board. I feel fine just playing Yordles and seeing what happens, though. But yeah, the issue is that, like, I would simply... Oh, you can even make gold and hold the Ezreal. Man, we are sitting on so much gold on our bench. I would just sell these units, honestly. Yep, looks good to me. And hold the S. Yeah, I think that's correct. But yeah, I think it would have been better if we just played a Sniper's board here. It would have been very natural, like very straightforward to just play a Sniper's board from here with a glove, look to build IE Whisper out of these items, and just play AD from here. That's probably what I imagine we still do, even though Corki doesn't hold AD the best, is just grab a bow here, slam a Last Whisper, and play some kind of AD board. Okay. Looks like you agree. Wait, was that an Echo that we bought? No, it was a Malzahar. Okay, I'm crazy. I think it's totally fine to not level here, since we're on a 3-loss streak. I'm totally down to lose the next two and just continue econing. The APM. This is the master tier APM, moving the units in your bench around so fast. Jarvan here's fine. I would hold Darius, probably. Yeah, it's totally correct to slam Last Whisper here, I think. I mean, it does commit you to playing AD, but you have double glove here and you took a bow. Like, you're always playing AD from this spot, I'm pretty sure. Yep, looks good. And I would even slam the extra glove on Corki to give him the crit chance. Because it can actually matter a little bit. Alright, we killed one? Wait, it's too lit. We killed one unit. Nice. I'd probably sell the Ez. I want this Darius really bad. I'd probably hold the Darius over the Jarvan. And you could still hold the Ez to potentially play like 4 scrap if you want a Blitzcrank. That'd be really nice. And then you can even get like a potential Innovators in. Okay. Still nothing crazy. A lot of Bruisers. We could have a really easy like Bruisers Snipers game. Like a pretty straightforward Bruiser Snipers game. But this looks fine. I mean, 40 gold. Okay, and we really want to scout this last player here and make sure we don't win this next round. You have to lose this next round. Okay, and you're completely nailed it. I mean, we were always going to lose this fight, but I really like the approach here. I mean, we should probably scout and make sure that we have to do this, but I love the approach here of ensuring that you lose this round by playing like this. I think it's totally correct. Because, like, if you win this round, your econ is in a terrible spot. 60 HP 2/6 is pretty bad, though. I think if we potentially got that Poppy, we'd be in a much more healthy spot. Ziggs too finally, though. You need to level to not lose this fight. I would level here because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose this fight, honestly. Yeah, and just put the Rek'Sai in. Because I think this board might lose. And we're probably going to get enough gold to make 50 here still. We don't need anything in chop. Nice. Hold the GP. I would sell the unit, the Morgana. Here, sword here. Ooh, wait. Wait, are these items in... Wait, were we scrapping a tier? Oh my god, these items are great. Okay, so just Frozen Heart IE. It's incredibly straightforward here. It's, ideally, you get in Swain, then we can get the Lucian in for this, and we're actually in an amazing spot. Are we really sacking... Yeah, it's fine to lose this round. Like, we have so much gold, but, like, we're on a 5 loss streak. Losing here is actually pretty decent. So yeah, I think it's fine to just not level here yet. And then just level at 3-2. We'll see if we natural any more pairs. If so, we could actually roll a bit. Because our board is quite weak and we're quite low. Because, like, I think this is, like, we're 48 HP here. We might have rolled a 3-2. By the Swain, though. Swain interacts really well with core keyboards. Just because he synergizes really well with the Ziggs. He'll give you the Arcanist with Ziggs and then the Hex Deck with Lucian. Okay, so I guess you're just going to play this super random Rek'Sai too. And maybe that's enough to stabilize you? Yeah, I don't feel bad about rolling a little bit here. Okay, I'm fine stopping at that. Okay, continuing to roll here. We're rolling a bit deep here. Another Echo is good. I would have even held the Kha'Zix. Is it ever like a world where you just sell this? What's... Oh, it was Omnivamp Mutant? It's not great. Like, do you ever think it's sell Corki, get in Kha'Zix, slam the items on Kha'Zix, get in Mutant with Malzahar here, and then that's just our board? That would actually be a pretty strong board. I don't think this board is that bad, though. We could probably just chill on this board for a little while longer. But yeah, I think we rolled a little bit deep. Oh, and we hit the Lucian, so that's good. Okay, so I think this is totally fine. Yeah, you just have to play this Rek'Sai because it's a big unit. But yeah, I wonder if it's better to just play Kha'Zix here. I think it might be. Just because we're going to lose so many fights. You definitely want to make gold here. We're holding a lot of random units. And I don't really care for holding these Innovators that much. A pivot late game into Innovators is not that likely. I mean, I guess like the most likely is this thing. What happens if you pick that up with your bench full? I think it probably just says you can't. Slam it for Striker Emblem? That looks amazing, actually. Holy crap. And then you just put that on Corki and you're kind of chilling. Okay. I mean, definitely right to hold the Jarvans, but I think we could have made gold selling these. Ooh, we are really rolling deep, huh? Get Ash here with a Corki? Interesting. This is odd. Okay, and then just Ezreal in over the Lucian. We're rolling way too much, I think. I think, I mean, we're like very afraid of having a weak board, but I think our board was strong enough. Like, I think the most reasonable way to play this game out, because we were weak in that spot, is just not roll so deep. Like we take a big hit here, but we're 38 with and make gold here, right? You need to make 8 gold, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have to sell this or this, so it's probably this 7, 8, and just make 40 gold here. Then we're gonna get our archive here. Sell this, slam this, get this, put it on Corky. Um, it's on Corky. And then this is just our board. Wait, and if we really lose the next like if we lose the next round and we're like really afraid, we can even go fast 7 and then just roll down all of our gold and try to find like a Sivir in Aurelia. But I think rolling down so much at 6, it actually makes it pretty tough for us. But I think this like the fact that we're this low is also just a symptom of the fact that like I think we could have pivoted our board to the Kazakhs when we were rolling down earlier, like I talked about here, or it was at 3-2, and we'd actually be pretty healthy. So like definitely Rek'Sai is good. And yeah, you probably have to roll here because you have literally 0 pairs. Also, taking the Poppy, too, would have saved us a lot more HP. Um, yeah, hold these. I think it's totally fine. The Poppy, too. Um, yeah, like, I think at this spot, it's just sell, buy Kha'Zix, sell this, play Kha'Zix here, play Kassadin here, and it's Omnivamp. It's, like, probably the worst mutant from this spot, but it's still not that bad of a mutant. It's kind of repetitive with second win, though. It's not ideal, but he's definitely going to be a better carrier than this. Um, in any case, we roll infinite gold down at 6, which is a bit rough. We win this fight actually after rolling down all our gold, so that's good. And we get a Aurelia with a bow off Carousel, which is pretty lit. We're probably gonna roll down at 7 in this spot and just try to find Sivir. And if we find Sivir, our board's stable. If we don't find Sivir, it's an 8th. Yeah, Aurelia's good. 3 scrap, but we really can't get anything else in unless we sell Ash here to play Israel, which is probably not correct. It's an Ash too. Yeah, we're just gonna chill. Our board is not that weak. It's not ridiculously strong either, but I think we can definitely like not lose every fight really hard, even potentially win every fight. Dude, this Ash is actually kind of a monster. All right, so that's a good win. Nothing to do here. I don't really care about holding Lucian. We're just gonna play a striker variant, so I'm definitely like not like buying this Lucian in shop. All right, and so now our board's pretty strong. Yeah, I think we rolled a bit too much. Like our board is really strong, but our econ's in a kind of a, I mean, it's not even in that rough a spot, so that's kind of nice. But I think I wouldn't have rolled quite as much. But I mean, we ended up with a really strong board, so not bad. Yeah, we're just gonna go 7 here, and I mean probably just add these zigs and get in 4 scrap. That'd be pretty big. 2 bows. We'll see. I mean, since we, oh okay, this was a, okay, we're at 4-1 here. Sorry, I just didn't realize because I'm skipping around so much. I mean, you could slam RFC on your Aurelia. It's like a pretty decent Aurelia item, and put the other bow here. That's like the strongest board potential, and put in Ziggs. Because you have all these scraps in, you could potentially just scrap the bow here, scrap the bow on the Ziggs, which is probably what I would do. And then, I mean, getting a Sivir here spikes your board incredibly hard. You're 38 HP. Your board is decent with the Echo 2, the Ash 2, and the Rek'Sai 2. I'm going to put this to my test. I was thinking, okay, so like, what's the gold value of our board here when we put in, I mean, if say we just put in Ziggs here, what's the gold value of our board here? It's 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 4 is 22, 24, plus 6 is 30. I'm trying to come up with this theory of like what the optimal like gold value of your board is at this stage. It's not like a, like you can't say it's the correct number, like it's one number every time. Maybe it's like trolling to tunnel vision on a specific number. But like I don't know, it's like this is a decently upgraded board for this phase. I think we can chill without rolling so hard here. But I mean, I don't hate rolling here just because if we hit a Sivir, our board is incredibly stable. But yeah, I would put in Ziggs here. I think Ziggs is better than 4 Bodyguard here. And then just scrap the bow on Ziggs and scrap the bow on Blitzcrank. But I'm not mad about this play either. I think this is pretty good. But yeah, I think our board here is strong enough that like we're not gonna lose that many fights, so I don't think we have to roll that hard. We make income here by selling ash. Yeah, sell the ash. Sell the ash. We're not going ash reroll. Okay, nice. Make 40. And we're on a 4 streak, which is pretty nice. Naruto? Nice. We don't need this ash. All right. Pretty decent board. Good positioning. We hit our frozen heart. And we actually dodged this guy's frozen heart, so really good positioning there. Nice, easy win. All right, Oriana we could hold, I guess, but it's not that likely that we play it. Okay, let's see our next fight. Okay, Nar gets hooked, which is good. All right, I mean, this Ash, too, with Striker Emblem is actually insane. All right, so another big win. So, yeah, and we actually have a lot of gold here. So I'm down to level 8 after Carousel and just roll down our gold and try to find Sivir. If we find Sivir, our board spikes immensely. Oh, and there's also a Mercenary player. Okay. You want Jinx. If you get Jinx, Jinx is a dream here. If you can't get Jinx, Winsus? Winsus for Sivir? We took Sword for like Giant Slayer, or maybe for an Irelia item, but I'm pretty sure it's just Gwinsu's for Sivir. With the Rod is the best item here. Because these items with Gwinsu's is really quite good on Sivir. Okay, Braum is great. Yeah, I would just level here. We still have a decent amount of gold to roll down if we level. We also really want to keep our win streak. Yeah, we're gonna greed it out a little bit. Okay, but I think I would just level here. It's generally correct level here. I like what you're doing with positioning. I like that you're going back and forth and trying to position in the right spot. Our positioning here ends up okay. It's not so bad. The only issue is like grouping versus the Jinx is a little bit rough, but our board ends up spreading out a decent bit. I wonder if we win this fight. Every fight that you win without leveling down, without rolling down here is a victory, right? Oh my god, and we fought... if you had cashed out the Mercs player here because you didn't level, that would have been so troll. But we didn't cash him out, so that's good. That's fine. You can hold a Kha'Zix. You could be a striker holder. Makeshift looks pretty good. We don't really have a lot of we have 0 frontline items. So it's probably just makeshift here. Exiles is probably not terrible either. Yeah, it's makeshift. I agree. All right, positioning once again. Great. We're hitting these Echo Frozen Hearts like every fight, which is really big. That's nice. And yeah, looks like we're gonna win. We're gonna lose. We're gonna win. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Oh, it's horrible. One more Asheld, and it's actually pretty good. But yeah, okay. So we've graded our econ really hard, but we're actually in a really good spot to hit a really good board, as long as we hit Sivir. I mean, really in the spot you just have to hit Sivir. I mean, really just play what you 2-star at this point. But ideally we just hit Sivir and we're chilling. I would sell the second Ash. I don't think you're not gonna play like Striker. I mean, maybe you play Striker Gen from here with Ash. I guess it's plausible, but I probably wouldn't. Okay. Cloak. So it's gonna be Zephyr's our last item. It's not bad. An old Galio. 2 Gen. Oh, maybe we are playing Striker Gen. Okay. Keep rolling. Definitely buy that. Don't care about any of these. We don't need another Gnar. We're not playing for Gnar 3. Seraphine's okay. Whatever. Roll. Another Galio, whatever. That's okay. Another Seraphine is good. Okay, Jhin. Okay, we're playing Jhin carry. We ended up selling that Ash, which is a bit rough. We need to find another sniper. I think this is totally correct, though. Just get the sniper Jhin. It's actually quite good. We just need to get sniper. The striker Jhin. We just need to get sniper in. We haven't hit a 2-star frontline either, which is a bit rough. Galio hurts. Yeah, we need a 2-star frontline. I think I would hold the Vi here, because there's the world where we play bruisers with the Rek'Sai. It's actually very possible. But yeah, roll down the rest of our gold. But yeah, like this frontline is pretty bad. We're probably gonna have to take the Echo out or get forced scrap in here with like a Jinx. The issue is just fitting everything in here. I mean, if we get in forced scrap, that helps our frontline problems out a lot. But we could play a bruiser frontline. I really want to. Well, we should have held that Vi, because hitting Vi too is actually huge here. Isn't a bad board. Yeah, we still don't have we don't have forced scrap in here because we can't play it with this Braum. Like, I'm trying to think what the best possible board would be here, but it's probably 4 bruiser, right? With Vi and Tajwani, and then one more bruiser. Probably don't end up playing this Echo, even though it's a little sad we lose out on the Frozen Heart and the makeshift value. But really, I mean, we just need to hit a 2-star front line. Like, this front line is not strong enough to play with Jin right now. So you need to keep rolling, like, sell stuff like this. But I would have held the Vi. Like, the difference between Vi 1 and Vi 2 is huge here. If we hit a Vi 2, our front line is actually stable. But with no active front line, like, it's going to be kind of tough to make this Jin comp work. I mean, even though, like, I think you're totally... I mean, you hit the Jin 2, you were like, okay, I'm going to play Striker Jin. I think that is absolutely correct. I think you did all of that really well. I think the issue here is we just need to hit our front line. And we need to be flexible, because we can play Bruisers or the other guy. It's also hard to actually play Seraphine here, though. Even though we hit Seraphine too, like, is it ever a unit that we play? I don't think so. Unless we pivoted to, like, Innovators, but I don't think that's a realistic thing that can happen. The Oriana's great as well. Oh, we hit Sivir. Okay. I mean, if we end up hitting Sivir too, we can just play 6 strikers, and then we have a really good board, right? We just need to get Jarvan back in. I would keep rolling. I think you have to keep rolling here. Oh my god. If we can hit Sivir too, then we pivot our whole board. We're 1 Sivir off. Yeah, you just roll it down. Jinx is amazing. Okay. I feel fine with this. And then we just need to yeah, we can do that next round, assuming that we don't die, which could totally happen here. But yeah, we need to get Jarvan in, and yeah, scrapping that would be really good. Hopefully we live. I think you're right to make this transition, but we just have so little HP. Are we dead? Oh, that's tragic. This game can totally be like a really high placing game. We just ended up swapping out our units before we hit Sivir too. I don't think you swap it out once you hit Jinx. I think you do just hold these units still. So I don't think this board is stronger yet. And yeah, it would have to be this over Braum, right? I mean, the 4 scrap is good. The 6 striker would be great. But carrying Sivir 1 is a bit rough. Okay, but yeah, I think... I mean, overall, like, a pretty well-played game. This game's actually really close. Like, the fact that you go 6 here is rough, but, like, it's a game where you could very well... I mean, like, look at these. It's a game where it could easily be a 4th. It could easily be even better than that if you end up transitioning fast enough or just hitting Sivir 2, because you had a lot of gold just sitting on your bench, right? Like the Seraphine that we're sitting on this entire time. Yeah, like we can sell this, and then we have all of this gold left to roll down, sell this. And we have so much gold left to roll down with. We just didn't have time to roll it all down, and we made an early transition. Yeah, so I think we should have just rolled down. Yeah, I mean, I think the issue of this game was just rolling and not being able to hit everything. I think you should hold the Vise as well. Oh, and we could have potentially got Silco, and it's a bit... Our comp's a bit tight here, though. I think, in hindsight, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you hit, if you 2-star this, you can play like a 3 Socialite variant, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, so, I mean, you really want to get the Seraphine in here. I wouldn't feel bad about, yeah, putting Jin here, and even just selling the Echo and putting Seraphine in here. Or maybe it's probably just get rid of, like, this 1-star Blitzcrank that's doing literally nothing for you. Like, yeah. So it's like this out for Jin, and then they get the Seraphine in. Then you have 2 Socialite. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we hit the Seraphine too, we should definitely play it. Helps our board a lot. But we should hold on to the Vi, because if we hit Vi too, then our board would be much more stable. But I think the issue here is you're looking to, like, edit your positioning and do stuff. We still need to roll the rest of our gold down. Our board is not stable at this spot because we don't have a 2-star front line. If we had a 2-star Braum, we'd be chilling, but we don't. If we had a 2-star Vi in here over Braum, we'd be chilling, but we don't. We got to keep going. We do win this fight, though. But I would just keep rolling here and just try to hit everything that I can. And if we're not going to play the Seraphine, we should sell the Seraphine. Having the Seraphine sit on our board is kind of, on our bench is kind of tragic. Yeah, I mean, I think you probably got, like, really dizzy this game just because you had so many options, which is completely reasonable. I think that's just something that'll come from you playing more games in this comp specifically and understanding, like, it's pretty tough to play Seraphine from this spot. I think you can, though. Yeah, I mean, getting a triple Socialite with Irelia here with 6 scrap would be kind of amazing. So I think you do have to hold this. But I think you kind of just have to... You just have to roll down all of your gold here. You do end up rolling it all down, though. I guess the biggest issue... we played out the end of stage 4 pretty greedy. I think I would rather just spike here, roll down my gold, because we end up in a spot where we just don't have enough money, or we have so much money, but not enough time to roll everything down, and we also don't have enough HP. I'd have rather just gone to 8 here and rolled, and tried to find one Sivir, and it makes the game a lot easier to play out. Whereas if we do it like this, as you can see, we just have so much gold to roll down. So I would just have spiked there, and used, like, by spiking here, um, one, it's easier to find units in case they're out of the pool. But like the biggest thing is just that will have so much more time to roll if we just start going now. We'll also have so much more HP, right? Like we have 38 HP right now. If we if we stabilize on 38 HP, then we can actually, like, if we start transitioning on 38 HP, then we can actually like mess up a couple of rounds. Whereas here we finally, like, we're literally transitioning on 12 HP, so it's so hard. Like the margin for error is so small because we don't get this Jarvan in, and maybe even if we have this Jarvan in, we're dead here. Versus like not even that strong a comp. They're carrying a, I mean the Seraphine too is good. But yeah, like their comp is not even that strong. But I mean the issue is we don't have 6 striker in, and our front line is not great. So we just end up dying. But like if we have more HP, then we can make this transition. So yeah, I think you should not be as greedy here because you're just making it so hard on yourself to roll down all of your gold. Um, but yeah, I mean overall it's a pretty good game. Like honestly, this game, very very small stuff going differently in the late game, you can definitely top 4, or like even like go top 2 or top 3. Um, I think if you did some things slightly differently here, but I mean ideally I would just make it easy on myself and roll earlier. Outside of that, there's some stuff in the early game like I talked about. Like I think I would just play the sniper early game with the bruisers instead of playing this Yordles early game. You would get less gold, but you would make like you would have just a much easier board to play, and it makes a lot more sense with these items. But I mean, the way you played out the Yordle early game was good. We rolled a lot of gold here. It actually, I mean, it's hard to like disagree with how much we rolled here because like you end up with a really solid board. So yeah, I mean, like we actually end up in a really good spot after we hit this Gnar. So like, yeah, I'm actually not too mad about how much we rolled here. Like we might have been able to stabilize on less, but we are 40 HP. So I don't feel that bad about that. So I think the biggest issue is just not playing the snipers early game out. I think the snipers with the bruisers looks really good. And then also I would have just rolled a bit earlier here. To give yourself a chance to just roll down all your gold because you have so much gold to roll down, and it's so difficult to get it all done, enter transition. Like you're making it so difficult on yourself. Like to just transition all of this and to see the possibility of playing Jhin, which I think is completely correct. The possibility of transitioning into Hex or into Sivir. Like I think you did all this rolling pretty well. You just didn't give yourself enough time because you waited till 5-2 to like actually really roll down all your gold, or maybe 5-1 we started. Yeah, like actually rolling at 5-1 instead of rolling just at 4 or 5. Man, it makes it so difficult. Um, you could also, if you really want to like greed out your gold this far, like if you want to greed these 2 rounds, which like ended up working out pretty well, um, you could just roll on the creep round here. Like you can just roll down like 30 gold right now. That's probably the easiest thing for you to do. If you want to greed these 2 rounds, just start rolling here instead of at 5-1. And then you have so much more time because you actually have to make a pretty big transition to get to your board. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty good game. I thought you played I thought you did a lot of stuff really well. A few small things going differently, and you absolutely top 4 this game. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the session. And hope everyone on YouTube enjoyed as well. As always, if you're interested in coaching, check out my Discord down below. And thank you for getting the session, and congrats on getting Master Tier again. Really, really well done. All right.